So we're going to start on our backs, and I hope you can see me here. And once we start on our backs, you're going to take that, let's first just hug our knees into our chest and take a few deep, long breaths here, relaxing the shoulders and releasing that lower back, opening up the kidneys. Make sure your big toes are touching so that you're in alignment. You're not letting the legs cross over each other right now. They're on either side of that midline. And then hug your forehead up towards your knees and round your back. Push your kidneys into the earth. And then release again. We'll do that 2 more times. Exhale, press the kidneys into the earth. And inhale. Treat this as a pranayama. The breath work, the life force is what we're focusing on. Let's do it one more time. Exhale. And inhale. Hug that right knee and extend that left leg out. Take a few deep, long breaths here. If you'd like to straighten that right leg, do so. And again, that breath, if it's, we want it to be smooth, steady, even and deep, this continuation, like watching the day turn to night and the night turn to day. But also, if we feel like sighing or laughing or crying or yawning, investigate that. Be joyful about the direct experience of the impermanence of all things. Let's switch. Hug that left knee in and extend that right leg. Once again, if you want to straighten that leg, do so. Relax the shoulders. Keep that centerpiece of, your core is the center. We orbit around that main engine of our torso. And then let's release that. Bend the knees. This is where you're going to use your pretend block or your real block. And you're going to put the block right on your knees, and then you're going to put your elbows as close as you can to each other and the palms together. And then lift the shoulder blades off the ground. Of course, you can keep the shoulder blades on the ground too. And we're going to extend that right leg out. And then you're going to pull that right leg back in and touch that block. Squeeze it and extend the left leg out. And pull that left leg in. Keep pressing the kidneys into the ground. Kind of like you're trying to round your back into the earth, create a depression underneath you. I think that's important to recognize, that word depression, we run away from it, but a depression holds space, just like a lake is a depression in the earth, and it holds the water. A couple more times each side. Less is more, quality over quantity. This is that slowing it down. Let's do 1 more time each side. Really is a small rebellion against the capitalistic hierarchical culture. Quality over quantity. And lower your head down. Release that block. Take your arms out to the sides. Hug the knees in the chest and then drop the knees over to the right. And bend that right elbow and put your hand on that knee. Release and look down your left arm. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. When we did the meditation, we were focusing on the tip of the nose, the breath entering. Now take it a little further and feel how it flows into the back of the throat, creating this cavern and this dome of a cathedral in the back of the throat. This is what is known as Jalandhara Bandha, the net. Bend that right elbow, push down into the right elbow to bring the knees up. Take them over to the left and let that left hand hold the knee close. So you're keeping your knees up close to your chest, keeping the movement in the spine rather than it kind of pulling on that sacroiliac joint. And then your gaze is just down the right arm. The right arm is very relaxed. Something that can help is if you push into the back of your head and you scoot your shoulders over to the left a little more, then you might be able to get that right shoulder onto the ground. A little more ease in opening up this sort of wing of our body. And then bend that left elbow, push down into the earth, And take the hands behind the knees, straighten those legs, and then rock yourself on up. Place the feet on the floor. Open up the knees, and I'll turn a little bit this way. Hold on to the soles of your feet or your ankles, and then lean back and lift up out of the pelvis. Press the knees down towards the earth, and then fold forward. And remember, we want to draw the energy up through the central channel and get up out of that depression of our pelvis, that bowl of our pelvis. And then we pour forward. So the forward fold is the residue of this integrity that we find within. It's very, very poignant, to practice that. We're not reaching for a goal. We're actually finding our presence, having faith in where we are, and knowing that whether it's a failure or a success, in our limited mind, we're moving towards, our path. We are on our path. We are in relationship with that star that we did not know we were following, as that poet David White always says. I love that. Let's take one more deep inhale. Long exhale. Inhale, come on up. And then exhale, flip yourself over so you can bring yourself onto your hands and knees. And so just like we were on our backs with that block, now we can investigate it a little differently. We're going to extend that right leg out and extend the left arm forward. And then when we pull it in, you push the hand into the knee and the knee into the hand. Push the kidneys up towards the sky. Feel that strength. And then extend and open. And then exhale slowly. Press the knee right into the hand and the hand right into the knee, and then push your kidneys up into the sky. Can you visualize that? Can you imagine that? And then one more time, we open, and then exhale, press. As we open, take that left hand down, kickstand that left foot back behind you so you can stack that right hip on top of the left and widen through the collarbones. You're pressing into the earth. I'm just going to strengthen this glute a little bit. The side leg, you tap down and lift up. Tap down and lift up. We can add that arm. You open your arm and then exhale, contract that side body. We can move the cervical spine, by looking up and looking down. The next time that you lift up, bend that knee, hold on to that ankle, press the hips forward, rotate the heart to the sky. Take a deep inhale here. Long exhale. Release that, keep that knee bent, bring it forward and put it right, like in line with maybe even a little in front of that left hand. Both hands are on the inside, and then lunge forward. Okay, and then we'll take our hand to that right knee. So it's out a little bit to the side. You're lunging over to the right a little bit, opening up that inner hip, that left inner hip flexor. And then look over your right shoulder. Push strongly into the bottom or the top of your foot, that back foot. And then lick the lips. Place the tip of the tongue at the front of the palate, root of the tongue at ease. One more deep inhale. Long exhale. Release that, hands on the floor. Pull back, flex that right foot. You can just pull back if you like and open up that hamstring. If you want to slide forward into a little bit of a cheating, it's called a cheating split because you're putting that right leg out to the side a little bit. You get a little more space. Maybe you're on your hands. Maybe you're walking yourself up and gathering through that pelvic floor into the crown of the head. Always tapping into those lines of force, which will help us align ourselves. Just like the earth and the sun and the moon are all working with this electromagnetism. And then hands on the floor, pull back. Let's do a little downward facing dog. Make sure that your arms are externally rotated, you're pulling back into your hips, and the heels are rooted down into the floor. All of this asana practice is stabilizing us so that we can, be in the world and working from our heart, connecting to the fact that we're here to be of service, to be in relationship. Beautiful. Okay, so now let's place the knees on the floor again. We'll do the other side. So now it's the right arm that's going to come out and the left leg extends back. Make sure you're not lifting that left leg up too high yet, because we're going to pay attention to that pelvis being square, kidneys on either side filling up that space. And then exhale, press the knee and the hands together. Press the kidneys up to the sky. Feel that subtle little action in the middle back. Open. And exhale. The kidneys are the entryway into all the other organs in the Taoist, Chinese medicine. And the Taoist practice of Qigong, it teaches that. One more time. So the water element that holds life. And then extend that arm and that leg out. Place that hand on the ground and then stack that hip. And you kickstand this right foot, goes out a little bit. And then you open and turn the heart towards the sky. Rotate on the axis of the spine. Tap the foot to the floor and inhale up. Maybe you add your arm and you open that side body and then you exhale and contract. We do this a few times. Move slowly. Pay attention to the details while keeping an open mind, a curious open mind. You're not accomplishing anything. And one last time, we bring that up, bend that knee, hold on to that ankle, push the hips forward. You're rotating the whole body, kind of like the sun or the earth turning towards the sun, rotating towards the sun. And then release that, but keep that left knee bent, sweep it forward, and then we come on up. So your toes are pointed out a little bit, just a little external rotation, just a few degrees. And then lunge, push into the top of that right foot. And rotate and look over your left shoulder. So feel that full spiral through the body. And I'm watching the green bean plants grow and they spiral up. Everything spirals to move and become, just like our DNA. One more deep breath here. Long exhale. Bring the hands down and then pull back. Flex that left foot. Perhaps you pause here. There's always something interesting wherever you are. Even if you think you're in the most boring situation, that's our problem. When we get bored, it's our problem. Let's press that leg forward. Maybe walking the hands forward. If you stay forward, you're staying out of that right hip and that lower back. If you start walking your fingertips back and activating that pelvic floor, you're bringing that deeper into the pelvis rather than the stretch out on the hamstring and the quad. Let's take another deep breath, widening the collarbones. And then exhale, hands come down, press back, downward facing dog.